Today we are exploring the top reasons about why you should move to Asheville, North Carolina. Yes, I'm talking to you, the one watching this video right now. These are signs that you're gonna watch out for to know if Asheville is the right place for you. Perhaps it's not. Stay tuned to find out. So one of the cool things about Asheville is the people that live here are typically pretty friendly. So one of the signs you need to watch out for is if you don't really like people, then maybe Asheville is not your cup of tea, because people here want to talk to you and they want to be friends, and they're just kind of shiny, happy people. We're at the Whole Foods right now, because I forgot my lip color. But what I mean is that, like, in general, the people that you run into are going to want to connect with you. There's a strong sense of community in the atmosphere and the air around Asheville, and you just pick up on it, whether you're going to the doctor's office or the grocery store or what have you. People want to connect and they want to be your friend, and they probably have something to say to you. Because remember, we are in the South. Even though North Carolina is on the northern end of the South, we're still pretty much in the South, and people are friendly in general. So why are people so happy here? We're eating good food. We have pretty mild weather. So that means we have access to nature, access to fresh air, being outside. People are just pretty content here in Asheville. They're living a lifestyle that they really enjoy. They're usually living a natural lifestyle, and they have a high quality of life. So their work-life balance is usually pretty good. People are intentional about how they spend their time and who they spend it with. Okay, good. We got some lip color. We can continue on with the video.
I'll be standing right next to you. I first came here like 2 months ago. Then I moved like to Nashville, and then I went to New York, and then I came back here.
Oh, cool. What's your Spotify?
Yeah, Smile, so S-M-I-L-E, space T-H-E, space H. Nice to meet you, man.
You as well.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you too.
So when you walk around town, it's just easy to make friends too. I mean, there's people who are into everything in Asheville. If you're into naked gardening or hula hooping or real estate, hey, I'm into real estate. And speaking of real estate, that's exactly what we do, is we help people move to the area and unite you with an area of Asheville that would be perfect for you, or Asheville in general. And that's what we're gonna find out today. So reach out any of the ways down below, and we're happy to help. Hit that subscribe button too. Here's a sign: if you love music and you like dancing, then Asheville is gonna be your place. We're standing in front of the Orange Peel right now, which is one of the most world-renowned music venues, great acoustics. There's tons of bands that come there. Big bands and small bands. Remember when Smashing Pumpkins came? That was so cool. There's a big band coming to town tonight. You can tell by the size of the tour bus. You think we should go knock and like try to talk to them, see who they are, if they want to be on our channel? You never know unless you ask. I have spent many hours shaking my booty tail in the Orange Peel, and it is awesome. So let's go see who's playing. So the Orange Peel's not the only venue in Asheville too. I mean, there's the Gray Eagle, there's Rabbit that has huge acts that come through. There are also really great musicians that come to the breweries here too. So there's no lack of music. So if you're into music, if you're into any kind of music really, there's gonna be some for you. You may know popular bands such as the Disco Biscuits, the Wallflowers. Who else do we know? Pete Davidson, he's a comedian, right?
Yep.
Here you can see all the different acts that are coming here. Old Crow Medicine Show. Oh, they already came here. This is not now. This is from the past. Indigo Girls, Warren Haynes, Greg Allman, Lou Reed, Blondie. I think I was there for Blondie. Beastie Boys. So what you want?
Don't ever do that again.
What you want?
Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can help you buy a house. I can make your life fabulous. One of my favorite things in Asheville, and another sign that you are gonna love Asheville, is if you like fun things. So we're talking about shiny, happy people in general. There's no more of a better example than shiny, happy people than the people that run Lazoom. Now, if you're not familiar with the big purple bus, you need to get familiar because it is so fun. This is not a normal tour bus that takes you around. This is a comedy tour that also incorporates the history of Asheville with these amazing, fun people that will make wonderful memories for years to come. And then you'll bring everybody back that comes to visit you while you've moved to Asheville on this tour. You're gonna know it by heart by the end. Hey y'all, get on the bus. Let me check you in here with this little rubber chicken. Oh, it doesn't squeak. I thought it would squeak. That's how you know your spot to get on the bus here. So here's what they have. So take a beer. You can take a beer on the bus. They even sell the beers right here and have little coolers. And you can go on an Asheville tour, or they have ghost tours and little boogers tours for tiny people. And then fender benders where they have a band on the bus. This is so totally Asheville. So if you're thinking about moving to Asheville, you might want to go and hop on the Lazoon bus and see if it jives with you. If it doesn't, it might not be your cup of tea. So if you're looking for some home decor ideas too, you can just come right in here to the lounge and look around because you will be totally inspired. These are called emotional support chickens, and I have one by my desk at home for all the people that are looking to buy homes that need a little emotional support. Let me try these on too. I feel like we should wear these for the rest of the day. What do you think? I think these are much better than my normal glasses. Yay! Okay, so here we go. We got our heart glasses. We're full of shiny, happy people. We're doing our thing. We're walking downtown. And here is the next sign that you should move to Asheville. If you're into food, you're gonna be in hog heaven. Of course, there's a lot of barbecue, so that's a given because we're in North Carolina, but there's all kinds of food in Asheville. I'm talking, we have Indian food. What was the place where we just passed back there that was haiku backwards?
Ukiah.
Ukiah is a new
Japanese
noodle restaurant, Japanese noodle restaurant that just opened that is supposed to be killer. So everybody's heard of the greats, right, in Asheville. Everybody's heard of Chai Pani, hello construction, Chai Pani, Nings Jr., Karate, I never say that correctly, Karate. There's some world-renowned chefs in Asheville, and really it's known throughout the region as being a foodie place. So if you're into food, if you're into sitting and eating like me, then you're gonna be rocking and rolling in Asheville. International we are, we have a double-decker bus right downtown. It serves coffee, some tea, maybe some sweet. So here we have the Shanghai Dumpling House. I've never been there. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. It has some prime real estate. So I don't have time to go to all these restaurants, but maybe you do if you move here. So speaking of moving here, if you are looking to move to the area, then reach out any of the ways down below and we'll be glad to hook you up. We're gonna tell you everything that we know about the region and the area and what neighborhoods might fit for your lifestyle. So we love to hear from you. It's never a bother. So definitely reach out and hit that subscribe button down below too. We're gonna head up to Dill Bar now and see what we find. Do you think they care if I dance? I mean, do you think they want me to dance? Look, they have the videos playing. The like. Okay, so here's one of my favorite treats when I was in India was masala dosa. I would have it about 4 o'clock every day with some tea. I mean, I want to go back to India, but also it's kind of cool just to come downtown and be able to get it. Hey, doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
2 masala dosas, please.
All right.
Mild, medium, spicy.
Spicy for you. All right.
Medium.
Medium for you, ma'am. All right.
What are you cooking here? Samba.
Sambar.
What is sambar? Sambar? Sambar.
Dosa sambar.
Dosa sambar.
This one we are making sambar here. This is this goes with the dosas and idli and vada sambar, and this made with the lentils, and it has vegetable in it, and yeah, we put some Indian spices.
And I see some hot peppers here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna cook the dosa. I'm not involved, y'all. This is so fun. We're like a cooking network. So if you're a foodie and you want to live in Asheville, then check this out. This is like a little mini India right in Asheville.
This one is like we made with the onion, spinach, and we fried with the chickpea flour. So you guys can try this one. It's the most popular dish here.
Thank you so much. Another lovely memory from India is having these as snacks. Love it. It's gonna be spicy, I bet. Okay, let's try it. I'm down. I'm not scared. I'm not a food freak, but this is delicious. This is from my fingertips to at least my elbow or more. Super crunchy, super good, potato filling. Oh, here's another one. Okay, this is the size of my head. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what's cool about these, and I can't even get the whole thing on the table. Maybe you can, let's move this one over a little bit. So look at this like crispiness. Like, I love to take it and dip it in anything. This is a snack. I sure can eat this every day. Oh my gosh. Bye y'all. Thank you. See you.
Channel name again?
Sorry?
The channel name again?
Living in Asheville.
Living in Asheville.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
livinginasheville.com, and then you'll find us.
There you go. Thank you.
Another sign that Asheville is your place to be is if you like arts and culture. We are a whole city, although a small city, of artists and people who are living as art. So we get a lot of inspiration. We get a lot of inspiration from the art museums. We have a children's science museum, which is really fun. We have the Asheville Community Theater. The Flat Rock Playhouse is really close and nearby. So there's tons of inspiration to be drawn, not only from the community and the local hub of artists, but also from these big museums and these theaters. So, I mean, if you come to Asheville, or if you've heard of Asheville, then you're gonna know that we absolutely love our art. Now, whether it be graffiti type of art, whether it be folk art, which is just, folk art is just people who haven't been classically trained in art. I mean, right on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you'll find a whole folk art center. And I think there's another one down the road that you were just talking about a minute ago, Justin. There's so many different ways that art is woven into the fabric of the community here. You'll see it in all different ways. You'll see it in the clothing that people wear in Asheville. So if you have an interest in living life as art, then you're gonna fit right in Asheville. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to. It doesn't mean that you have to live this like colorful tapestry of life. But if you want to, and that's your deal, then you are gonna find your place right at home here in Asheville. So one of my favorite places to go to is the Fine Arts Theater. Now this is an independent movie theater, screening theater. So they only show indie films, which is absolutely awesome. Now some of these I don't know a lot about, like Civil War, Wicked Little Letters, Sasquatch Sunset. So in here they serve wine and maybe some light munchies of some sort. And it's pretty affordable too. Like if you look here, it's only, well, I guess they have discounts for seniors and whatnot, but you know, it's kind of affordable, and you get to see really artistic, beautifully made films that have that indie quality, which I dig. This is also one of the first places in Asheville that where you could have a drink, not really a cocktail, but like a wine or a beer while you're watching the movie. And at the time, that was really, woo, really cool. Now we have all kinds of brew pubs that have movie theaters, and you can get beer everywhere because, hey, we're Asheville. So here we have the Diana Wortham Center for the Performing Arts, and let's go see what's going on there. So here we are inside, and I don't really want to talk about it right here, so I'm just gonna walk over here. Okay, so here we are inside the Diana Wortham Theater, and what's cool is they have a big auditorium, and then they have two smaller theaters here too. And then they have like a whole program, Arts for All Kids, and Swan Lake. And so there's so much going on throughout the year, and this is right in the center of downtown. It's really easily accessible. Then you can go have a meal beforehand or after, or some ice cream after. White Duck Tacos right across the street. I've been to see TEDx, this is where they have the TEDx presentations too. It's all kinds of cool. Okay, so because Asheville is so fun and hip and has so many things to do, there's a lot of people that want to move here. That's what we do, of course. But here's the other deal. If you are not independently wealthy, or you do not have a remote job, or you do not have a job that is easily transferable to this region, then think twice before coming here. So here's a sign that you may want to move to Asheville. You can work from anywhere. Your job is easily transferable, or perhaps you're retired, or perhaps you just don't need money. Otherwise, plan ahead. Now, here's a really cool place called Focal Point. This is where you can rent an office. It's a co-working space. So if you don't want to work from home because your remote job is offering for you to work from home, and you're like, my kids are driving me crazy and my family is, there's like 5 or 6 different co-working spaces in Asheville to choose from so that you don't have to be working in the corner or from your closet at home in your West Asheville Arts and Crafts bungalow. Now, I'm not saying that you can't find a job here. There are careers. I mean, if you are in healthcare or if you are in entertainment or the food and beverage industry, you're not gonna have a hard time finding a job at all. When you think about other careers, like long-term jobby jobs, all I'm saying is you wanna make sure that you have something lined up before you arrive, because you're not the only one that had this fabulous idea of moving to Asheville to be surrounded by all the fun things in the nature and the beautiful views. You're not the only one, but it is a good idea. I totally support the idea, but just prepare. Here's another sign that you should move to Asheville, is if you like interesting homes and interesting architecture. We have all kinds of homes here. Most of Asheville was beginning to be developed in the early 1900s. So you'll find a lot of the historic homes around here are early 1900s. Now, the newer builds are incredible. We have some of the latest and greatest architects that design these energy efficient homes in the area that people really go gaga over. And it's so much fun to see where they can fit in homes these days, because there's all these urban areas here that don't have a lot of room. And so it's called middle housing, where they can squeeze in homes on the side of a mountain that have wonderful views, and incorporated in the same areas with historic homes. So sometimes you can get this hodgepodge of different architecture that necessarily doesn't all go together, and sometimes this wonderful mix ends up telling a beautiful story about the development of Asheville through the years. And that's exactly what we do. We are living in Asheville, and we help people relocate to the area. We're the #1 relocation team in Asheville. So if you want us to help you, we'd be glad to. So reach out any of the ways down below and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell. That way you'll keep informed every time we make a new video. So if you look right behind me here, then you'll see the River Arts District. This is right off of West Asheville, and this is where a lot of the artists have their studios. So on a Saturday, you can hop into a studio stroll and you can watch them in action, making their craft, and talk to them and ask them questions. The River Arts District has not been around for that long. It's really been developed in the last 20 years. I mean, there were some artists down here, but it's always been a little bit more of the grungy element down by the railroad tracks with the hobos jumping off and on the trains, and just has this like really rough element that also caters to people making art. You know, it's not traditional societal aspects that are being brought in. It's really like art from the heart, which is a wonderful part about Asheville, is just having the liberty and the freedom to be able to express what comes straight out from your creative imagination. And the River Arts District is the hub for that. So that brings us to another sign that Asheville is the right place for you. If you love nature and you love being in nature and you love proximity to nature, then you're gonna love being around Asheville. I mean, we have ski resorts that are not far away. We have waterfalls, hundreds of waterfalls. There's even a land of the waterfalls. There is Pisgah National Forest. There are national forests all around. And you can even have these like urban trails that end up right in front of your house. And guess what? This house is like 4 minutes from downtown Asheville. How cool is that? There's a lot of people who don't even know about these little trails that are all throughout Asheville that really incorporate nature into our daily lives around here. I mean, we have greenways, we have biking trails, we have hiking trails and walking trails. We got the Blue Ridge Parkway that borders a lot of Asheville, and it's a wonderful way to get around, and because you can, oh God, you can use it you can use it as transportation. And just a nice, easy way to get from point A to point B with a scenic overlook every little bit along the way. There are trails right in the heart of downtown Asheville too, and you kind of have to know where they are in order to find them. But what's wonderful is, like, if you have a lunch break or just some time off, you can just jump on a trail and be out in nature in no time flat. which I think is just a wonderful aspect to incorporate into your daily life.
So right over here we have the French Broad Greenway. This is going to follow about, well, it's going to go all the way to Woodfin. Right now it's about 6 miles long. We also have the French Broad Paddle Blue Way, which this is a canoe trail, over 100-mile canoe trail from Brevard, North Carolina, all the way to Lake Douglas in Tennessee. Pretty awesome. There are campsites every 10 to 12 miles down it. You just reserve them through riverlink.org. Also, there's trails like where we're sitting right now. This is right in the middle of town. Nobody even really knows about it. It's kind of a secret little spot. We love it. Awesome views. We come up here a lot. We ride one wheels and mountain bikes around town, and this is just a great spot. But there's little trails like this interdispersed throughout the whole town. You can find them in right on Bowcatcher Mountain, on down by the train tracks here, just up in Woodfin. They're kind of all spread around. The Greenway has lots of twists and turns and places to go, but Asheville's just a great place. If you want to get in nature and enjoy some city life, you kind of get the best of both worlds here.
So here is another sign that you are going to love Asheville. If you like beer, you're gonna have a really good time here. So here we are at the Wicked Weed, and this is like incorporated into our civilization here in Asheville. Really, I mean, you can look at the sign here and it's like, there's the weekly specials, there's beer tastings that happen all the time. They even have a whole division called the Funkatorium that's just devoted to sours, which is one type. So, I mean, I don't know that much about it, but if you do and you're into beer, you're gonna love Asheville. Wicked Weed is not the only place. I mean, there's New Belgium, there's Sierra Nevada. There are all these big beer companies that have moved into Asheville. Why? Something to do with the water. I don't know exactly what it is. But yeah, like I said, it's been just kind of integrated into our community here. They even have a family night where, I mean, of course they serve food here too, but they have a family night at a brewery. Hey, everybody just bring your kids on down while the parents have a good time. So here we are at New Belgium Brewing. This is another big brewery that's come to town and a lot of people are really excited about it. They have live music. It's kind of family friendly. You'll see a lot of babies here and kids running around. They have hammocks out typically. There's a biking theme of some sort. I guess it has to do with the greenways. Overlooking the French Broad River. Has a nice breeze coming through and just a great place to like be outside and have some brewskis, man. So there are so many signs that point towards Asheville, and it's really up to you whether you dig it or not. Some people will and some people won't. There's a lot of great things to be said and seen here, and a lot of good times to be had too. But if you're thinking maybe Asheville's not for you, there's a lot of signs that can point to avoid Asheville too. So watch this video right here. Until then, ciao for now and hit subscribe.